Welcome back to Leveraging Leadership, where we unpack the art of business leadership. I'm your host, Emily Sander, Chief of Staff turned Executive Leadership Coach. I work with people to help them step into effective leadership and realize their professional and personal goals. If you have known failure and success, if you have had good bosses and bad bosses, if you are a high achiever and want new ideas, and if you want the practical and tactical side of things, then you are in the right place. This show is all about finding your points of greatest influence and leveraging them to better serve those around you. Welcome back. Have you ever been in the situation where your executive is super frustrated? Maybe it's a colleague on the executive team and something is not moving forward and you can't make it move forward, but you can tell they're upset and you want to do something, but you don't feel like there's anything tangible you can do. Here's what you can do in that situation. Show the person you know what the world looks like to them. Show that person you know what the world looks like to them. And just having that conversation and building that connection and saying, okay, I understand where you're coming from, even if I can't change this situation, those conversations can mean a lot. So it could be, I was just talking to a chief of staff and they had this situation where their CTO was rip-roaring frustrated because they had an old tech stack and they built it in a very kludgy way. It was in an old language and it wasn't even built properly with the old setup. It was like janked together and all these different layers. And their whole business was built around the data they held in their database and how they could extract that data. And basically, the other executives were asking the CTO, like, I need this for the client and for this strategic partner and all these different pieces. And for our operations teams, they need real-time data in their dashboard when they're talking to customers, all these different things. And these were all reasonable requests, but the CTO could not deliver on that because of the old arcane tech stack. And further to it, when the CTO would ask for like, I need time, I need people, I need money to redo this thing, the answer was no, no, no. And so the CTO is becoming very frustrated, understandably so. And I was talking to this chief of staff, look, you can't do anything concretely right now, but you can have a conversation. And you can go, look, I understand that when you have to sit in that meeting and everyone is asking you for things and they're looking at you like, this should be easy. Like, how can this possibly take your team this long? What's wrong with you and your team? It's not that easy. Like, I understand that for you to do that, you have to pull your team members off something else, which delays other things, and you get yelled at for that later. And then it's like this weird detective investigative work. It's like a surgeon trying to extract a certain data point and bring it out in the format that people need it in. And then hold your breath and hope nothing got bumped and you don't have to do a hot fix and roll something back the next day. I understand that is what's happening in your world today. Just by having that dialogue says, I understand what the world looks like to you. I'm putting myself in your shoes for a minute, and I know that can't be easy. And if you can follow it up with concrete action, that's great. So if you can say, look, I am pushing hard to get you the budget. I'm pushing hard to get you the right type of hires and resources. You know, this thing was built on, I don't know, Ruby on Rails, and we need Python and C#, then I'm going to bring you those resources. I'm pushing hard to get you those in the budget next year. And I know you would have to have your decks cleared and your roadmap thinned out so you and the team have ample time to just overhaul and build this thing the right way. So in the long term, it might take 18, 24, 36 months, but then we would have a database where we can actually extract data on the fly. We can sort and filter. We can do different things with our data sets. And that's what our company's built on. And so we need to give you the resources to do that. I know you don't have that right now. I know that's incredibly frustrating for you and the team. And here are the things I'm doing to work toward getting you that. That is a great conversation to have. When you're having a dialogue with someone and they go, she gets it. She understands. She gets it. That goes a long, long way, right? That goes a long, long way. We've often been on the receiving end where someone actually takes the time to sit and talk to you and really listens and understands, like, yes, exactly. Yes, you get it. That is a great thing to cultivate as chief of staff. So if you're in situations and you can't move something on the ground, you can't tangibly like move a mountain for someone, just having that dialogue, having that rapport, building that trust is a great opportunity that you should take advantage of. So look for opportunities to do this, and they will pop up all over the place. As chief of staff, you will have this scenario in many permutations, but taking the time, taking the extra second, even if it's in the hallway after the meeting, just to have a little aside with someone, or if someone's super fired up and you want to wait a day or a week and then have the conversation, it's worthwhile. So I would look for opportunities to do that. That's your takeaway. If you are sitting there going, oh my gosh, this is a great strategy and I have a situation, I'm not quite sure how to approach it, I would be happy to chat with you on a free 30-minute clarity call. And the link for that is below in the show notes. And we can talk about, all right, give me the situation, give me the context. We can come up with some ideas and some different approaches or a way you would develop that conversation and some talk tracks you could use. And if you're sitting there going, I don't have a specific situation now, but I really want to develop that skill because I do know that type of thing happens and I want to be ready with a framework the next time that presents itself, then happy to talk with you about that on the clarity call as well. So check out that link below. These calls are just for me to add value and ideas and options for you. I learn a lot from these calls. So seriously, if you're at all interested, I would be happy to speak with you on a 30-minute clarity call. So check out that link in the show notes. Otherwise, go forth, be good chiefs of staff, be good leaders, and I will talk to you next week.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.